Hey y'all, this is Ilya Rose, the third wheel in this podcast. I have the pleasure of joining Daniel, whatever side of me he's on, this side.
Yay!
Hi, Daniel.
Hi!
And then on the other side of me is the master of this channel, Jesse, or GameOverJesse.
Hello.
And in this segment, we're talking about an article from 2014. It's old. 9 rumors people believed about the Legend of Zelda games that were 100% fake. They are not real rumors. This comes from... No, not at all.
0%
and it comes
real.
from GamesRadar.com, written by someone called Ashley Reed. We know a lot of Ashleys.
Oh, actually, I know an Ashley Reed.
Yep.
But
In the
she doesn't work
intro...
at Games Radar.
No.
So...
I know a lot of Ashleys. But again, there are a lot of rumors. And the intro to this is Mario rumors, Pokemon rumors, GTA rumors. So many rumors fans want to believe, but end up being completely and utterly false.
Oh my god, so many
They are
rumors.
not true. Is any series immune to this scourge? With Hyrule Warriors putting The Legend of Zelda in the World article, 2014, so when Hyrule Warriors first came out. Putting The Legend of Zelda back on our minds, I, Ashley, this person, started to wonder how well has the Hero of Time managed against this onslaught of untruth? Has he and his warrior companions been victorious over the forces of falsity? The answer is no. Not even a little bit. And so she goes through these 9 different rumors from a while back, which were fake.
Yes, we have to make sure you know these are fake. We did a similar video last week or the week before talking about fake rumored Zelda games. There were, even though the video was titled in capital letters, the first word in the title of the video was rumor. And we began the video saying these were fake rumors from a long time ago. There were still people commenting as if they thought we were giving them actual news that was up to date from, like, news of a Zelda game coming out this year or something. So myself and others replied saying, hey, no, the entire point of this video is sometimes rumors come out, even though they're fake, they're still interesting or fun to talk about. That's what we're doing. So,
Yes.
Ilya, take us to our first fake rumor. Technically, they're
Fake.
real
Are we gonna go through all
rumors.
9?
Real rumors
Yes.
that were not
They ended up
actual
being fake.
information.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they are
They were
real
in
rumors.
that they happened, that they were rumors that occurred, but fake in that they had false information
All right, Ilya.
in them.
So, the first one she lists, you can get the Triforce in Ocarina of Time.
No way.
Not
Yeah, wow.
Aw.
Not
Don't
true.
you? You get the Triforce of Courage.
But
On
you
your
don't get the
hat.
full Triforce. So,
Well, I read on the internet in 1996 the one time that there was... No, sorry, go
2
on.
years before the game came out.
I don't know if it was even enough.
Well,
I was a child. I hardly remember that year, but
I was 1, so I don't remember. So, she says, yearning for the Triforce soon turned to lust for power, which in turn led to the spilling of blood. That's what players learned about the Triforce in the manual for A Link to the Past. And no one could have guessed how much it would apply in Ocarina of Time. I don't mean in the game either. I'm talking about the fan base desperately chasing rumors that the Triforce can be found in the N64 release. And yes, there was probably blood. But the struggle is all for naught, because the Triforce cannot be obtained anywhere in Ocarina of Time. According to the many, all caps, many versions of this rumor, there are about 1 million ways the magic triangle can be unearthed. One says you need to collect 100 Skulltulas without dying. Another claims you have to learn the fake Overture of Sages. Yet another talks about how using a bomb here and catching some fish there will totally lead you to the Triforce. somehow. None of these methods work, obviously, because it's fake. And a look at the game's text files shows that even if you could find it, Link was never programmed to actually pick it up anyway. So close, and yet nowhere near close at all.
But don't
So
you
you
know
can't
if you
get
clip
it.
the camera out of bounds, see the Triforce underneath Zelda's courtyard, and if you hack the game and just add the Triforce in, you can actually get it.
You can get it?
You can get it. Yeah. So
Point
this
is,
one
it's
was
not true.
this one it kind of makes sense because one of the early trailers of the game did show Link opening a chest and getting the Triforce, which obviously the most powerful relic in all of the lore would be in his treasure chest. But yeah,
Right.
So that kind of makes sense that people will be like, "Can't you get it?" But like the story of the game, if you play the game and you play through the story, it like kind of covers that ground already, and you obviously cannot. So yeah.
So I will say, my personal thought is, everyone kind of knows about the Ura expansion, but nobody necessarily knows exactly what all it was going to include. We know it was supposed to include other medallions and stuff that you could get, but I like to think that when you pause the menu and you can see the slots where all the medallions go,
Right.
you can also see slots for the Triforce, and the Triforce never gets filled up like the medallions. So maybe in the same way you would get the medallions after completing a dungeon in the game, and the Ura expansion, the 3 dungeons would get you the Triforce. So like if they added 3 dungeons, maybe 1 for each piece of the Triforce, but who knows? Because in the game, like, Ganon's already sealed in the Sacred Realm, Zelda has her Triforce, you have yours, you get sent back in time. But I imagine the ending was like redone to wrap up the game when the expansion was cancelled. That way, like, it could be one solid game on its own and not have to deal with lore based on. But then there's other stuff that we'll get to later, like the Running Man and like different colored tunics and stuff that was sort of left in the game. Yeah, that's. And then, as Daniel said, there was the Triforce is actually located. Zelda has it buried underneath her courtyard. Just get Dompe to come and dig it up.
It's probably just something like a lot of the time they I don't know exactly if this is the right answer, but a lot of the time in games where they have in-game cutscenes, they'll have something like that's off screen, so when you're playing you actually can't see it, but then when they're explaining in a cutscene it'll be still like in that loading zone, just like below the full floor or something. There's a lot of examples of that on the Boundary Break YouTube channel, where they'll put something in but like off screen basically as much as they can, so that it's loaded there and ready for that cutscene or something, or for that event when it needs to be there. And that I think is most likely the cause of why that Triforce is there, but I don't know for sure. It could just be a development leftover, an Easter egg, or something they forgot to. I'm knocking stuff over. Something they forgot to clean up when they were developing that.
Too animated.
Yeah, and then as you also said, one of the very first cutscenes that they showed off was him getting it out of a chest, which kind of reminds me of like an Ark of the Covenant type thing.
I have a Triforce on this chest.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Cool.
Hey, wait. Does that play the sound when you open it? I think I've seen that online. I wanted to buy it. Does it have rupees? It has rupees in it?
Change in it, about $20 worth. Most of it's pennies.
The one that plays the tune, isn't that the one that has all of the guidebooks in it? And it's like the big chest?
Like that one right behind me here.
Oh.
It doesn't play the tune.
Aw.
But the guidebooks are really cool because even though I don't actually need them, they're just really fancy. Like like they're way too high quality for what they are. Like very nice bound leather books with like the gold sides of the pages, and just they're just like
I love
really
when things have that.
really nice books. And then they're like, it's like a guide for where to find all the rabbits and spirit tracks. And it's like, there's something weird about this.
All right, Daniel, take us to our
I
next.
do have rupees though.
You do have rupees. Da-da-da-da. Anyway, so
I love this next one.
the old next rumor. The Triforce is in a secret pyramid level in the desert.
No
You know,
way.
in old cartoons, when characters get lost in the desert and see a beautiful oasis, only to despair at well, yeah, there's a little typo there. Only to despair at finding out it's a mirage. That's pretty much this rumor in a nutshell, except without an oasis's practical application. Here fans are chasing the silhouette of a pyramid in the Gerudo Desert, one said to lead to immeasurable wealth and a certain gold triangle. But alas, while it can be seen, it can't be reached, because it isn't actually a pyramid at all. I feel like there's a metaphor here. I don't... A little credit to the rumor mongers, the shape of the pyramid is definitely there, seen through walls of sandy wind when you play the Song of Storms. However, the pyramid isn't actually a structure at all, but part of a map boundary that is highlighted during lightning strikes as well. Oh well. The vain search continues. Also, as a side note, it kind of does make a little bit of sense that they would think that the Triforce might be in a pyramid, since the Triforce is found in the Pyramid of Power in A Link to the Past. So there's probably some relation there, or some justification there. Like, people just see what they think is a pyramid and they go, the pyramid, there's a pyramid in A Link to the Past, is where the Triforce was found. Triforce is obviously found in here. I knew it because I read it on a Game Facts article that I found.
I feel this was like the reason that it changes when you play the song. Maybe that was a feature in the Ura expansion. Like, when you loaded up the Ura expansion, it would just add on to places that were already there. So then you could just go to like where this pyramid is, and then there would be the new location there.
That would be cool. But it's not actually a pyramid. I think it said it was like some boundary that was... That picture is really vague, but I didn't know about this rumor. For many of the other rumors I knew about, but not this one. And it seems weird to me that it's the photo in it just kind of shows a weird silhouette thing, and it doesn't really look like a pyramid to me. I don't know, but so I don't know. People in the 90s were just trying to latch on to anything they could. The internet was not as trustworthy a place as it is now. And that's me saying now it's a trustworthy place, so... But in comparison, it is.
Do you have thoughts?
What are Brain's thoughts of yours?
I just find it funny. I don't even really have much to say on it. I remember this rumor, too.
Do you?
I vaguely